Welcome to the Shark Tank.
Good evening, Sharks. My name is Azim Worthen.
I'm Sebastian Flores.
And my name is Adrian Gutierrez, and our company is Sicko Productions.
This is our business plan.
We are here seeking $70,000 in exchange for 15% equity in our company.
Thank you.
Our product, an educational free app, is called the Sicko app. In science class, we learned about communicable diseases. Communicable diseases are illnesses caused by pathogens such as bacteria, viruses, and fungi. And they are illnesses that can be transmitted between organisms through indirect contact, direct contact, and many more methods.
Communicable diseases are the cause of 16% of all deaths worldwide. That's a large number of deaths. We've recognized that communicable diseases are a big problem in the world, and we decided to take action.
First, we realized that a reason why communicable diseases are so deadly and widespread is simply because most people have little to no knowledge on what communicable diseases actually are. So, my group and I decided to create an app, the Sicko app. The Sicko app will enhance kids' knowledge on communicable diseases. It will teach them about what communicable diseases are and how to properly prevent them. It will allow them to do all this while still allowing them to have plenty of fun.
So, who's ready to play sick with the Sicko app?
Love your tagline. That's great. I'm sorry.
No.
Can you give us a little more information of what it's like to play the game? What are you doing? Why is it more fun than the other options?
Though our game is like a game of a mixture of Subway Surfers and Cross.
No idea what that is.
So Subway
Either
Surfers.
one.
I'm there with you.
Essentially,
Imagine I'm the parent trying to understand if my child should play this.
the game moves and you just move the environment.
I'm trying to go somewhere?
The environment moves and you move the player up, down, right or left
With a goal?
to get points.
Okay.
Coins. And what would be the purpose in your game? Or
Well, in our game we have points. The points are called white blood cells, and so the white blood cells can be used to buy backgrounds, certain power-ups such as vaccines, antibiotics. All this is surrounding the fact that we want kids to know how to prevent communicable diseases. And so you could also buy new characters. There will be plenty of characters like doctors, like people who go around the world all day and experience the world and are really exposed to communicable disease.
well, I'm a little bit confused because the games that you mentioned are really fast-paced games. Where would the learning come in at?
So at the end of the game, there's always fun facts. And not only that, but during the loading screen, there will be fun facts popping up at the bottom of the screen.
So they don't actually have to know anything in order to get points? Or is it based on them being able to do certain things that mimic real life?
They're gonna have to know what things that will harm them in the game, what things will help them out, like soap or something like that. That's something that will help them out. But something that will really harm them is a dirty doorknob or somebody sneezing and not covering their mouth.
Another thing that will teach more for kids is in our game we will be able to visit different continents, and at each continent has different number of levels, and when you finish completing all the levels in a continent, there will be a quiz, but for the game, if you get a lot of questions right, you'll get a lot of points. And so they'll have to answer questions about communicable diseases and how they're spread, how to prevent them.
So you're, from what I'm reading with your target market, you're looking for elementary to middle school age groups. So it should be something that kind of guides them step by step through the game. So it should be their learning while having fun.
Yes.
How do they play? Do they play on a computer? Is it through some type of game console? How do they play the game?
So we really thought about mobile devices because many people have mobile devices. Parents, teachers, a lot of people have mobile devices, but people also have computers. Along with computers come the arrow keys, and the arrow keys can be used to play the game and move the character around.
Okay. So how, if they wanted to play it, I know how you get, and you have to help me with my knowledge, but I know how they get the app on the phone. How do you get the app on the computer? Would that be something that you'd have it in like Google Apps, or how do they do that?
So there will be an option in the Windows 10. Windows 10 has this new option where they have their own store, and it will be compatible with the Windows 10 computers.
Have you spoken with Windows, and if so, what kind of feedback have they gave you?
We have not spoken to Windows yet.
I mean
But-
Microsoft.
Well, yeah, Microsoft. But we attend to speaking to them.
Who have you spoken with to get feedback about the game?
We've spoken with a company called Kylo that actually developed the app Subway Surfers.
And what'd they say? Or what kind of feedback did they give you?
Or what
They
did
like
you ask
it?
them?
Well, we asked them about how much money our app would approximately cost, and when they went through our business template and everything, they came to the conclusion that it would cost around $64,700
To develop the
to
game.
develop the game.
And then how much does each app purchase cost?
Our app is going to be free.
But with
In
in-app purchases.
Along with
And
advertisement.
advertisements.
Have you talked to any advertisers, or have you figured out any advertising companies that you'd want to go with to do your advertisements within your game?
It will mostly be other apps.
So
Not
you're
your
go-
competitors, surely.
No.
Who are your competitors?
Our competitors are Plague Inc., which is a very famous game right now, and CDC Mobile IQ app.
What makes you different from your competitors?
Well, they mostly target CDC app. It targets mostly adults, and our game targets children in elementary and middle school.
What about Plague Inc.?
Plague Inc. I mean, anyone can play that game.
Do you find that there is a need for your type of game within your target market? Is that why you're targeting to children? Is that where you came up with the idea for your game?
So we decided to target children because we know that if we start younger, when they grow up, they will already have the basic knowledge on how to protect themselves, their family, and maybe even their friends from communicable diseases.
So now, if we're talking about elementary school kids, it's not usually them who'll be doing the actual purchasing, right? It's their parents. Seems to me like you've got a real in, although parents want their children to be safe. But how are you planning on marketing this so that parents will want to buy it for their kids and let them make in-app purchases, which generally parents, I wouldn't think, want to hand their child a credit card in a game. So what's your marketing plan?
So we gather statistics to show parents, which we show in on our homepage, on our website, and on the app store.
And your website can be found where? Here? Is there a website there?
No.
Do you have a web address?
Yes,
Can we go look at it?
our website is sickoapp.weebly.com.
Okay.
How many levels are in this game?
So in each continent, there are 30 levels.
Is your target market just people in the U.S., or are you planning to expand outside of the U.S.?
We're planning to expand all of North America, excluding Central America. So it'd be countries like Canada, United States, and Mexico.
Why are you excluding Central America? What's the idea behind that?
Most people in Central America don't have the necessary technology
Okay. What about expanding into Europe, Japan, other
About
parts
China?
of Asia, China? Would you be open to doing that, or have you just not thought of it?
Yes, but we're waiting for a game to expand to become more famous, so then we can get their attention with them. We
Okay.
want them to come to us.
How you gonna generate continuous revenue stream outside of the advertising and in-app purchases? How you gonna follow this up? Are you just want investment for this one particular game?
You don't have any plan for any sequels, editions?
We have thought about
Spin-offs.
making a deluxe edition that would cost 99 cents.
Does that come without ads? Or is it just cooler?
Without ads, it might have more components, like more characters, more. Maybe instead of continents, they can go to different countries.
So which one of you guys are gonna actually develop the game?
Excuse me, will you repeat that, please?
Who's gonna actually develop the game? Who's the coder?
Kylo.
So you're paying Kylo
None
to
of-
develop the game.
None of us are developing the game. We're working with another company that's going
How much is that gonna cost?
$64,000.
Oh, that's gonna be the $64,000.
And that's why you're asking $70,000 today.
We're asking for that to fix all the bugs and glitches to make our game the best experience possible.
So what bugs and glitches do you have?
Well, lagging and trying to make our game look the best quality.
So you're trying to anticipate bugs and glitches, not that you
Yes.
have them already.
We expect that there will also be people who find ways to mod our game, hack our game, and we want to find ways to counterattack those modders and hackers so they can't do the things they want to do and play the game fairly.
So you're really not gonna have any costs other than paying the developer? You don't anticipate anything else costing? You don't anticipate paying for any marketing?
Yes,
Yeah.
we're gonna use the money also to advertise our product.
So that's gonna be
That's
$6,000
where?
left.
Yeah.
We want to advertise the product on famous websites like YouTube because a lot of people.
So you're doing a lot of free social media stuff, but
Have you thought about reaching out to the schools? Have you thought about doing like a school tour where you go to the elementary schools, middle schools within your different locales, the biggest population ones, and showing them, once you've created the app, showing them the product, informing parents about why they should be making their kids play this? Or why it would be beneficial for their children to play this game?
So we haven't really done that yet, but we've thought about it. We definitely thought about it,
Okay.
and we are planning to do it in the future.
Okay.
We were mostly targeting the parents
Mhm.
and children.
Okay.
So neither one of you guys are actually developers. So what do you bring to the table that we should invest our money into you?
What is it about the three
Because
of
you're
you?
going to somebody else to actually develop the game. So far, only thing I'm hearing that you're bringing to the table is an idea. What else do you bring to the table?
why should you guys